He fucked it again. So the burger at Whistling Sisters was a beautiful kind of Korean-inspired burger. I thought it was really interesting. The kimchi was nice. The beef was beautiful. The buns were absolutely delightful. It was probably the best laid-out burger we've had. But overall, the flavour was 50-50 for me. I personally would give it a 7.5 out of 8. It's worth a try if you like the Korean flavours, but if you don't, it's a no-go.
You have no game.
Back to the burgers.
Anywho, burgers, yeah. The other meat. Yeah, so Jackson Street Burger Company, very good friends of mine own this place, and they worked really, really hard on making it really quite legit. Quite stoked with it. They do a lot of smoked meats and stuff, so the burger they've got is the Reuben, which is being sliced open here, and the cat's trying to eat it. Get away, you little monkey. So we got a couple of those, and what else did we get, Shane? Chips. We got a lot of chips. Yeah, so we'll give that a swing, and yeah, we'll be right back to you.
So that was Jackson Street Burger Petone. We ended up actually getting a couple extra burgers because right now we're just doing dinner and that's it, as opposed to 6 burgers a day, which I do not recommend. Overall, their main burger that they've got for Wellington on a plate was called the Reuben, and it was quite cool because we were saying the other day about Pickle and Pie how they had a burger that was sliced meat. However, is that really a burger or is that a sandwich? So these guys thought, well no, we're going to put a beef patty inside of it as well as some shaved silver side, which was actually really good. Overall, I thought that was a pretty solid burger. I didn't think it was amazingly award-winning, but it was also it was totally worth having. And also we had some loaded fries, which didn't last long. And now I'm going to have some Ben & Jerry's that I also got while I was there.
I really like the sauerkraut. I rated the burger higher than everyone else. I think with 2 burgers for lunch, a couple of burgers and some loaded fries for dinner, and then some Ben & Jerry's, we're definitely working towards our ultimate goal, which is to end up in hospital. I literally nearly sweated this morning, and it smelled like gravy, which was not appealing.
So this place is called Leroys. They've got a burger called Lucy's Got Dragon Breath, which is bacon cheddar stuffed beef patty with chicken fried onion rings, dill pickled American cheese, cheddar mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, and a milk bun. So that should be pretty cool. And we've already been and sat down, and the venue here is really cool, so I'm digging the vibe already. Yep.
Yeah, so Leroy's Burger, really only come here to eat. It's a bar apparently, but I only eat here.
Pretty solid American diner food usually.
Was, yeah. I wasn't actually expecting too much, to be fair, but the picture looked good. Burger was like 20-30 minute wait, which was a bit taxing. Thing turned up, smelled amazing, tasted amazing, all the bits the burger needs to have. Great sauce.
Everything you want.
Yeah, everything you want. Great cheese, good crunch to the burger, chips were good, dip was good.
Perfect amount of spice.
It was good, yeah, it had some nice heat to it. Really couldn't fault it. Like I went solid 8.5. The only reason I didn't give it a 9 was last night's 9 was an amazing burger.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, legit.
Sweet.
Loved it.
Do it.
Well
Check
done.
it out.
So we're at the Roadhouse Bar and Grill, and this is the Heatwave Burger. It's got jalapeno and sun-dried tomato meat patty, caramelized onions, smoked cheese salsa, and a lime dressing, and a sourdough brioche. And it comes with curly fries, and I like curly fries. So I'm not mad at their burger. That was a decent burger. I think something that Steve said that basically was nail on the head was that was a good stock burger. Everything across the board scored well. It wasn't anything that was super amazing or award-winning, but it was definitely a good burger to hit if you're doing the trail. And the pub here is really cool, actually. Steve was going to mention that.
Oh, they're saying really friendly staff and just a decent little suburban pub, you know. Legit burger though, some little bit of heat in there with sun-dried tomatoes and the jalapenos, and I didn't try and reinvent any wheels, just good solid burger, nice, like that.
Hey guys, really looking forward to this one. Ate this one last year. They had a spicy chicken burger. This is Apache, Vietnamese French restaurant. Usually you have to line up around the street to get here, but we've got the whole restaurant to ourselves today. This rocks. So really looking forward to this. Surf and turf burger. Bao turned handmade turmeric milk bun, Asian numbing crackers, caramelised tiger prawns, New Zealand Wagyu beef patty, 8-hour Waku cheeks, oyster sauce, egg sheet, Vietnamese herb salad, chili khmer lime, nok cham, coconut mayo, and exo dust. Now, if you know what any of that means, it's one of those burgers that's going to turn up and you're going to have this thing in your head and the burger's going to look totally different. But 2 years ago, these guys won the entire Wellington burger on a plate. It was first in 150 different hamburgers. This place got first, so always does a legend burger. Really looking forward to it. We'll see. Hey guys, so now we're at a bar called Pop, and we're going to have a burger called the Fourth Pig's Glass House, which is a Manuka smoked pulled pork cheek with homemade smoked thick cut bacon slaw with blood orange burger sauce on a bacon bun, which sounds bloody interesting. Place actually isn't too busy, Friday lunchtime sort of thing. I thought the place would be absolutely smoking packed because the burger for this place is actually supplied by Wilson Barbecue, who won Wellington on a plate last year. So we will see. Thank you.
These guys won this whole shindig last year, and they ain't going to do it with this burger. There was a lot of coleslaw. The burger's ingredients were good, but the ratios were completely wrong. There was very little meat. There was not as much bacon as expected as was on the picture, and it basically just felt like eating a coleslaw sandwich. I was pretty disappointed, to be fair.
Hoped for more. It felt a bit like pre-put together and not hot at the time, you know. Yeah, not their best work. Yeah, so we're now in Shepherd, which is one of my favourite restaurants on the planet. This restaurant is actually the old cafe of the Hannah's Shoe Factory, believe it or not. Great joint. And we're going to have the Shep Schwan, which is crispy tofu. Got rid of all the tofu and veggie shit. Szechuan, pork mince, pickled cucumber, peanut aioli in a steamed Leeds Street bakery rice bun, which is made just over there.
I didn't realise that was both having tofu and coriander in it, two things that I am not a massive fan of.
And yet it was still probably the best burger we've had yet for flavour. Every single solitary bite of the burger had a different flavour profile. A lot
and
of it
rolling
was,
flavours too.
Yeah, it was different. Like Szechuan usually is an oil-based chili, and it usually burns the receptors in your tongue really quickly, and you can't taste it after the second or third. But with this, it got minty, and then it went back to a pickle sort of flavour, and it was back and forward. The tofu was done brilliantly as well. I gave it a 9. I think he'd have given it a 9 too if it didn't have coriander in it.
Well, that's what I was saying. Objectively, that was a 9 out of 10. That was a very, very good burger. However, subjectively, to the things that I like for my own flavour palette, it was a 3. But again,
so basically what he's saying is he's wrong, and that it's a 9. But next.
Okay, so we're at Burger Liquor. This place has got an awesomely cool vibe, and the staff are already awesome. We've had 2 interactions with staff, and they've both been fucking hilarious. We have ordered the High Striker Burger, which is a BL beef patty with melted Swiss cheese, apple free range pulled pork, roasted peanut slaw, mustard mayo, and a popcorn butter glazed Arabaki bun. I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. And actually, here's a bunch of them. Hang on.
What?
Is that all of the...
Yep.
So that burger was probably my MVP so far of the entire experience. The patty was nicely charred, the bun was a good flavour, there was good textures, there was a lot of complex and rich flavours going on.
Good complex flavours, yeah.
Good complex flavours. That, you need to try that one.
If you're going to do it, if you're going to eat something like go to a burger joint that does burgers every day of the week, that's what we're just discussing, you know. So these guys bread and butter, they're good at it, they know it. And they're just showing off with that burger, that's great.
And this place is absolutely packed. We couldn't even get a seat. We're standing at a table like a Lena to have dinner, but hey, it was worth it. That was, right now, this is my best.
Shots.
Wow, there's been Wellington on a plate. I think we're feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves. It was an ambitious task, and I think we've done well. I think Wellington, this is my first Wellington on a plate, so as a newbie, I've had an absolute ball. It's been great.
Me too, and this is my like 3rd or 4th, but it's just such a cool event, and all of Wellington gets behind it, and you end up in some pub or restaurant that you've never been to before for lunch, and it's absolutely chocker full of other people who are all just having a bit of a giggle and having a burger and getting amongst it, and it's just so sociable, you know. It's great, really enjoy it.
And I think that's maybe a Wellington thing, how this works so well being in Wellington, is that you'll go to a long table and be like, hey, do you mind if we join you? Then you've got a new best mate for the rest of the night sort of thing. I really appreciate that about this kind of festival.
I think that the format this year, as opposed to last year, was a bit different. Where they did all of the Wellington on a plate the first couple of weeks and all the burger on a plate the second couple of weeks. I kind of think they should just give up on it and just admit that it's a burger festival with some cocktails thrown in, and just go and do that, because that's what everybody's sort of come out for, really. The numbers have been huge for it. I enjoy a good standard hamburger. Sometimes the burgers, they tried to get a bit too fancy. But also it's the core as well. It's the ambience of the place you're going to, and the staff, and how comfortable and welcome they make you feel. We certainly had places where you walk in the door and they look at you like, well, you're not getting a table in the next hour. And then you have some places that come up and go, oh guys, I'd love to be able to seat you. We could squeeze you in over there, and there's a bit of banter going on. Burger liquor, couldn't do more for us, And we're waving a camera around and stuff, but they make everybody feel warm and welcome like that. And it was some cool experiences, really, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to go as ninja and incognito with the cameras as possible, so that wasn't a factor, because obviously, it's a big festival, they see a camera, they put on a good show. But no, I think overall, everyone's been really, really good. I think the couple of standouts for me in terms of ambience and atmosphere and the staff were Monsoon Poon, because we had quite a significant wait, and they came out with nibbles and they were all friendly, had a chat, rah-de-rah, and then we did get our food, which was great. But I think my absolute number one for across the board, for everything, for the burger, for the ambience, for the staff, would have to be Burger Liquor.
Did a fabulous job, yeah.
Yeah, that was real cool. But top 3 burgers.
God, she's tough. I mean, I still rate the very first burger we had on day one at Boneface. Big piece of brisket, bun, smoky flavour, interesting chips, good hot, fresh burger. Burger Liquor, just for the fact that they just know how to put a tasty burger together. Layered so well. It was one of the few burgers that looked pretty and still tasted amazing.
Yeah.
And then it gets a bit tough. There's 3 or 4, and I'm going to throw in a wild card there that I never thought I would, which was a tofu burger, believe it or not. Rid of all the tofu and veggie shit. I know. Usually if it doesn't have a hoof on it, I'm not going to eat it, right? And this tofu burger was from Shepherd, but every single bite was just different. Every single bite had amazing complex flavours and stuff in it, and it was the true exception to the rule that I've been going on about in some of these videos, saying that good, fine dining restaurants can't make a decent hamburger, and Shep does at Shepherd, and I got to throw that in there for third for me.
Fair enough. I think I would say I very much enjoyed Boneface, but I would put them second. I think overall, for the best burger that I've had since we've been here, it's tough. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to go Burger Liquor for number 1. I want to say Monsoon Poon for number 2, but I also want to say, what was the one that we did this morning? The one that we had the wait at today.
Oh God, the one that we had to wait at wasn't Pop. That was okay.
No,
it wasn't the greatest burger we've ever had. Leroys
Was a great burger.
Yeah. So much flavour, and the burger comes out and you can smell the smoky flavour and the barbecue sauce and stuff before you even chomp into it. You're like, this is gonna be good, And
another place with a good vibe, good atmosphere.
Oh, and smokingly packed out, couldn't find a table, heaps of people.
We had 3 of us hunched around one little leaner.
And we're all skinny fellas,
Clearly. And then as my number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and say the $12 sandwich. What was that?
Oh, Fortune Favours.
Fortune Favours. They did not mince anything about, we're not trying to be the prettiest, we're not trying to be the biggest or the best.
Even the photo and the marketing it wasn't ugly, but it was like, you see the before and after photos from McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's the after. It's the one you actually get, not the photo you take. And they just weren't pretending. But it's just the ugly burger that tastes real good.
No BS, just straight up, it is what it is, and it was half the price of everything else.
And with a pint of beer, you could slam 2 of those and still be under $30, sort of thing. It's not bad.
Yeah. But it's been a hell of a great trip, and I've appreciated Steve for hosting us while we've been down here.
Didn't know I had a choice, but sure, yeah.
Well, actually, no, you don't. And we'll be back next year. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, watch someone else's channel. We don't give a shit.
I mean, really, come on, yeah.
Thanks all.
Oh, that was funny.